Now let's see this question. It says discuss about various transmission impairments. Impairments means damage. Basically what happens whenever a sender sends a signal and a receiver receives a signal, the both the signals are not exactly same because of some causes, and we have to discuss that causes why the signal sent is not the exactly same as the signal received. This is the sender and this is the receiver. Let's read this. In communication system, analog signal travels through a transmission medium, right? There is some transmission medium through which the signal is being sent, which tends to degrade the quality of the analog signal. Because of that transmission medium, the quality of the signal is degraded, which means that the signal at the beginning of the medium is not the same as the signal at the end. And the imperfection causes signal impairment. That means this because of this imperfection, there is a damage to the signal. Now let's see some impairments cause of this damage. First one is attenuation. That means it means loss of energy. The the energy of the signal which was emitted is lost somewhere in the transmission medium. That means the strength of the signal is decreased with the increasing distance, which causes loss of energy in overcoming resistance of the medium. So if we see the figure, this is the figure of attenuation. What happens? This is the original signal, and when it is passed through a medium, we can see it has been attenuated. That means the energy is lost. And when the energy is lost, we use amplifier to amplify the signals to regain the energy, and we try to get back the signals in its original form with using amplifier. If we see the amplified signal, it is trying to regain the signal in its original form. If we see, so this is attenuation. Next is distortion. Distortion, it means change in the form or shape of the signal. This is generally seen in composite signal. That means whenever we use we try to merge more than one signals into one. Like whenever we use multiplexer, what happens in that? There are multiple sources from which we tries to combines the signals into one. So in that case of signal, so that is a composite signal. So in that case, there is a chance that it gets distorted easily because the signals are made up of different frequencies, and each frequency component has its own propagation speed traveling through the medium, and every component arrive at different time, which leads to distortion. If we see, this is the transmitted signal, and in between the medium, the because of this is the transmitted signal, and we can see this is composite signal, and because of this transmission medium, whatever signal we have received, it is somewhere distorted. If we see, this is some this is not exactly same as what was sent. So this is the distortion. And noise is the random or unwanted signal that mixes up with the original signal is called noise. So whenever a signal is passed through a transmission medium, so there is a probability that different signals are being come in the picture, because of which it gets mixes up with the original signal. So that is called the unwanted signal that mixes up. That is noise. So if we see in this figure, this is the transmitted signal, and because of the noise, if we see, it gets amplified in some places. So we can see the wavelength is high, frequency is high, and this is what we have received. If we see the original, there were no cases where in some point the magnitude is high, right? In this, we can see the magnitude is overall the same, but in the received signal, we can see at some places the magnitude is very high. That means In these places, the unwanted signal mixes up. So that is noise. So these are the three main causes of impairment: attenuation, distortion, and noise.